Why not? Let's see what it's about here. Let's hammer it. Oh yeah, you gotta lean into it when you hammer it, or baby, you will fly off.
The person who had this thing last set it up like a scrambler, which is not crazy. This would actually make a better scrambler than Yamaha's SCR 950, which is way too heavy and belt driven.
Yamaha XSR 900. All right, let's talk about it. Inline 3. It's the same motor from the MT-09. 115 horses in this bike. The 0 to 60s, really 3.0 seconds.
We're gonna take it on the highway and see how she does. Let's go for a ride.
All right, windy, cold day. What's nice is you're sitting up a little higher. That's what's nice about this. There it goes. It starts right up every time. It's 40 degrees, which isn't bad, but the wind's blowing at like 30, 40 miles an hour. All right, we're going to take this thing on the highway. It is a windy day. And yes, this bike is very, very, very light. This bike is only 430 pounds wet. It's a rainy, wet day. And we're going to go on a highway with this little beast. We're going to put it on 2. I'm going to put this in B, which is rain mode. Alright, first gear's got crazy good torque. And mind you, I've got traction control on. I've got traction control on full, and I got it in rain mode because it is starting to rain. And it's windy, so I figured I'm going to use all my advantages. This thing is like a little torque monster. It feels light. It feels agile as all get out. Alright, let's take it on the highway, give it the beans, and see what this little Mighty Mouse has got going on. Let's see if these turn signals are self-canceling. That's the real important thing after all. Alright, let's just give it hell. Oh yeah, for sure. If you don't, if this, turn signals are not self-canceling, by the way. If you don't put the traction control on a sensible setting, you will wheelie this thing very, very easily. This nose will pop up. Alright, the wind's blowing, it's gusting pretty good. It's 20 mile an hour steady with 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts right now. I'm doing 67 on the highway. The bike's actually very, very steady. I'm actually surprised for how light it is, that I'm not really getting knocked around that badly. Now if I scrunch down here like this, it's a much better experience, of course, in the wind. But yeah, it looks like I'm tacking out 65, tacking out at 4,500 RPMs. I don't even redline till 11.5. I'm not even beginning to tap this motor out. And here comes the rain. You can hear it hitting my visor. I'm going to take it back on the highway and do another spin around. But you know what I like about this bike is it's really sure-footed. I know it's light, but it feels planted anyway. It feels very planted. And I'm pretty happy about the, man, the brakes are really bitey. Holy smokes, they're barely touching them. And they're just, you can just feel how good these brakes are, man. The brakes in this thing, amazing. And it does show you the gear selector. I do believe this does have a slipper clutch. Alright, let's go back. Let's go back through the maelstrom here. Why not? Let's see what it's about here. Let's hammer it. Oh yeah, you gotta lean into it when you hammer it, or baby, you will fly off. Yeah, I'm already at 80.
I'm gonna call this thing the Silver Bullet.
It didn't take any time at all. I'm in love with this thing. Yeah, I think I gotta go ahead and make a move on this. I mean, it's so, I know it seems like it's small, but you know, with the 56-inch wheelbase, gives you a little, you know, an inch longer than your typical 55-inch, you know, deal. This reminds me of my Gixxer 1000 in the way it throttles, but it's so much more comfortable than my Gixxer 1000. I mean, it's, you know, it's dumping right now, and I feel perfectly comfortable on this thing. This thing's really comfortable. I'm doing 70 miles an hour in the rain, and it's windy as all get out, and it feels great. Yeah, I like this bike. I don't know whether it's because they got this thing set up like a cafe racer. You're a little more upright, you know. My legs are comfortable. It feels planted. I don't feel like it's going to fly off the road because of the wind. I like the bike. I am going to make a move on it. This clutch pull is so light, it would blow your mind. 3.7 gallons. Now, Yamaha is claiming 44 miles per gallon on this bike, which I could see that if you're judicious. I could see if you're judicious with it, that would be the case. Man, it's a cold, wet, rainy day. Nasty day in Missouri, man. Good night. Welcome to Missouri. It was 70 degrees yesterday. Now they're talking about snow later. Welcome to Missouri. You know, this test ride, I was thinking about this bike, and I wasn't sure. I really was. I was on the fence. I wasn't sure. This test ride just made up my mind. I'm going to try to find a way to make this bike mine. It's just the way this thing is. It's the whole package. It's really good. And if you do turn the, if you put it in sport mode, you're going to get an unbridled version of this throttle that this nose is going to come up on you for sure. I literally hammered it and looked down, and I was at 80, and it didn't take any time at all to get there. So I would imagine with eco mode on, you're going to be okay with the gas mileage. 3.7 gallon tank, that's not terrible. Probably be looking for a gas station after about 120 miles, maybe 130 if you don't want to push your luck. But it's got an eco mode, see? Ride B, eco mode. Suppress the throttle, so you're not going to pop any wheelies. This thing's amazing even with the eco mode. This thing's amazing even in mode B. In mode B with traction control on, it's still incredible. You know, I'm on the rain, the roads are slick, it's cold out, it's 40 degrees with the wind blowing. It's probably a 32 degree wind chill right now, and I feel completely at home on this motorcycle. I really do. I'm really digging this bike. I'm liking it on a level I was not really expecting. I knew I would like it. I didn't think I would fall in love with the character of it. It's really quite good. You're going to fall in love with this because it's 5.4 inches of travel in the front, 5.1 on the back. It's so comfortable, I guess. You can go extremely fast, very comfortably. And look at how easy it is to slow maneuver. 56-inch wheelbase and tight cornering. The balance is wonderful. I've got this thing cut almost all the way. I'm not putting my foot down. I'm just going in circles. And it's so easy to deal with. Like, I guess I get it. Okay. All right. I get it. Whoever set this up, I understand. I get what you were going for. I get it with the 50/50s. I get why you'd stand up on these pegs right here. Look, stand up on the pegs, and you know what? You're kind of set up. Now, the tank's a little low to get your knees around for a stand up on the gravel situation, but it's still there. You can still do it. I understand. Whoever had this bike before, I get why you did what you did, and I think you're right, actually. This is a good scrambler. This is a good all-around. I was on the highway, windy day, it's raining, and this thing held its line beautifully. And it's only 430 pounds. Could be a testament to the fatter tires, I don't know. Neo Cafe Racer. Man, it's got acceleration like a Gixxer 1000 faster, I think, man. God, the 0 to 63 seconds. It's fast. Fast, competent, able, comfortable. Zippy, light, easy to deal with, agile as all get out, with amazingly bitey brakes and extremely beautiful acceleration. And if you really want to pop a wheelie with it, ride mode A, which is sport mode, and that nose will come up. It's awesome. It's a great bike. XSR 900. You're mine, baby.
Hey Yamaha, that's your scrambler. And that's my review of the Yamaha XSR 900. TG MotoRider, signing off. Oh, there's no sun today. Oh, look at those power lines. If I touch it, ah.